set up. Right
Yeah,
now,
I have a problem.
15 minutes. I think it's a little hectic.
Okay, I have a problem. Why can't I?
Think we got enough outlets, Joe? How about you?
That's got everybody. Here you go. Perfect.
Oh wait, there's one.
It's got both of them.
Fucking guy. Fucking asshole. Willie Guns could fuck up the way.
Did you say Willie Guns would fuck up a wet train?
That's what I thought I heard.
Oh, wow.
That's what I thought I heard.
Wow.
What person's sitting over there?
Rob.
There is an alphabet over here.
Yeah, no, but I'll adapt from what they had.
You notice I said what person?
I heard you, Gun.
So we all heard
That's how you gotta do it, James.
No, I know.
But you gotta do it effortlessly, man. You can't act like
Because if you did it with little effort, it'd make a big difference.
I don't think we can. I seen another show.
Why they have them?
When I sat in on 4th and Dawn show, we had that exact problem, and 2 people just had to share headphones, so if you were, like, because if I'm talking, Joe can hear me.
Right.
And then, you know,
I can just chime in.
if he's jumping on, then
Yeah, he'll just pass
I'll
you.
just grab it.
Do we have any callers this week? Or?
I
just have
headphones. Where the headphones go? Oh, shit.
You, here we
It's your
go.
flag.
Here's the porn voice.
You.
Here we go. You.
Deep voice.
Hello, ladies.
There's Black Pierre over there.
The most irrelevant.
You know the big Valballs.
The most irrelevant wrestler ever.
If you ain't down with that, we got 2 words for you.
He would have been perfect for that.
Oh man, I was waiting for Val Venus to join DX.
That would have been perfect for Val Venus.
Triple H is like, nope. Nobody that looks like me and has a sexier voice is joining that DX.
You can't be deeper than me. No.
You know what it is? It's probably Shawn Michaels that said no.
What, with the long?
No, with
Well,
bringing Val
Shawn
Venus on
Michaels,
DX.
you know, he's a good-looking guy, right?
Yeah.
He'll kick you real good in the face too.
Yeah. Sweet chin music.
There you go. That's what it is.
There it is.
Knock your teeth out.
See if I can trigger photo.
Well, the Shawn Michaels original tag team. What was that?
Marty Jannetty.
Oh, the Rock and Roll Express.
Marty
No,
Jannetty and the Rockers.
Rock and roll.
The
Express.
Rockers. Yes.
The Rockers.
Yes.
Shawn
Rock and
Michaels.
Roll Express was
Shawn
what people
Michaels
were
and
in.
Marty Jannetty.
The Rock and Roll Express was someone
No, the
else.
Rockers.
The Rockers.
The Rock and Roll Express was Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson.
Exactly.
Ah, yeah, well,
But,
they're
yeah,
there before.
But the Rockers were
They're
Shawn Michaels.
before I
Ask me
knew
anything about
wrestling.
wrestling.
Rock and Roll Express.
The Rock and Roll
James
Express,
Nolan.
but
Yeah.
obviously they were copycats. So
Yeah.
Yo, do you
I
got
was on
something
the right,
to lift
you
this
know,
camera up a
I was
little
on
bit?
the right frequency.
There you go. There you go.
There we go.
All right. Hello?
Little sweet shit.
Wham! Willie Guns.
I am here.
And this is brought to you by PNC.
That's something that's brought to you by fans.
No. This is brought to you by Paramount Pictures.
Don't mess with the guy, man. He's got a hat for every situation. When we were
back to-
younger, he used to steal
Go
my...
back to LA.
Go back to it. Go back to it. Okay.
Full house. Talk about full
Yeah,
house.
really. Overflowing house.
Who's
We're
Uncle
getting
Jesse?
time, man. That's what they always say to us.
Oh.
We always bring in a
Who's
full
Uncle
house.
Jesse?
You guys are like a wrestling station.
There we go. That's the guy that always says it.
It would be like amazing, like all you guys just walking down the fucking thing at the same time.
It's that music. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, I
I
got
had a
you.
combined weight, and then just like you guys just
Let's not get into the combined weights.
really, I'll think I want to go there.
Wow, you had to start with combined weight, did you?
I gotta work on you guys a little bit.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't
Absolutely.
say it if I didn't care.
No, I know. Well, these 2 guys are supposed to work tonight.
Yeah.
So, these two guys are good friends of the show, so we were like, okay, well, you know, it's a perfect night to
We're
bring these
filling
guys
in,
in.
but they came in anyway.
And then these guys were like, hey, we're on our way, guess
Yeah,
what, we're coming.
our
And I was
work
like,
canceled on us, and we acted upset that they did.
John, and the first thing I said, I was like, Will text me, I was like, all right, cool. I was like, John's gonna crush me.
I wouldn't say anything if I didn't care.
No, I know. It's all
If you were a
good.
show I didn't like, I wouldn't even open the door.
Fucking right.
Wow, you like this show?
Oh, yeah, John's aces, man.
Who doesn't?
Aces.
Who doesn't like this?
My dad. Are we record?
No.
What's dude's problem? Why doesn't he like his show? You're a shithead.
It's not alright.
He likes both of them.
Now, why does this fucking hate me?
Because you gotta grab both of them.
Grab tickle it from underneath.
Anything else?
You gotta tickle it like this.
Yeah, from underneath.
Just grab
Anything else from underneath.
Tom, as you go like this.
I have a beer.
Ow.
What do you want?
Oh,
What do you want?
Oh my god!
Corona.
You just opened your mouth and then, oh my god.
Oh shit.
Why are you
by
doing
will.
Because I
that?
don't want to use mine. Give me your
It's by will.
It's by both of them.
There it is.
Both.
Right in the middle.
God help me, please.
Thank you for coming.
Here's your puppy of our Corolla.
There he goes. There you go. Giving out free advertising.
Corolla light.
If we actually had advertisers, guys,
Oh, they would love us.
I would let you.
love
They
us.
would.
Yeah, they would.
Well, if we had a beer advertiser, Will would be like, so by the way, we're brought to you by
Yeah, they would because they think they're getting a minute of advertising, and you talk about them for fucking 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
No?
I love Miller Lite, man.
Is camera recording already?
Yeah.
Look at you.
Camera's on.
Thank you.
It is angled towards me, but it does see everybody else though.
Yeah, but Tommy doesn't show Tommy.
Again?
Oh
Yeah.
shit, doesn't
Tom,
Let me look.
Joey's blocking.
I'm gonna look.
That is
I'm
what
gonna
it, that is what it. Put it
Yeah,
over
angle it
now.
over a little bit,
Yeah.
I am. I'm gonna look
You
at
are
both of them. I'm gonna look at both of the angles.
Tom, you gotta do it. You gotta give him PNC.
Wait.
It's,
All
it's
right.
how, it's
It
how-
does show everybody,
I
but
know,
Joey
that's what I'm
is Tom. Joey is blocking.
I know he's blocking.
All right, let me. I'm gonna put it. Rob,
Joey,
move
don't
over.
feel
I need
bad.
you to move over. No.
Put it right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Put it right there. No, right there in the corner. Pointing this way.
No, it has to be further back, dude.
Fuck
That's
you.
alright, guys. I have no problem being the sexy model for the show.
There you go. Well, what do you?
You can unplug that, right?
Hold on. That looks great. That looks great, dude.
Let's not say that.
It's
We
just
don't
not.
want that, right?
It's just
All
not.
of a sudden
It's
you're
just not
the
gonna show
emergency
me.
broadcast system.
So maybe.
No,
right here?
we cannot
All right, Rob,
unplug
sit
that.
down there,
I'm
Rob.
gonna say put it here.
No, then that won't show me then.
Oh my god,
Good.
you don't need to be shown.
Yes, I do.
Your voice is loud enough.
Yes, I do. I'm good. Good. Right there, Rob. You sit right there. We're fine.
Oh my god.
He's blocking me anyway. It's cool.
I don't need to be
Will,
seen.
The prettier
Will,
one.
your head is like the Goodyear blimp.
I wanna
Everyone
be
will
on the
see
video,
your head
man.
eventually.
I don't need to be seen. I don't care.
It's just never
I'm
gonna
gonna
happen.
go out and come back in.
Yeah.
Let's start all over again.
It's
I feel like I'm at band practice.
This is what? Oh, this is good.
Here he goes.
This is gonna be good.
Oh god.
He's going for it.
You know your best bet's to turn the camera around, not the the lens. That way you can see what you're recording.
It might be good though.
It's gonna work.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, guys.
It's gonna work.
like
I just
that.
seen a little small. Hold on.
You should have one of those. Check your pantalones.
Come on, we got 2 minutes.
I had both of them.
No, wait.
We got a couple. We got a couple. We're all right.
I had both of them. Now they're not here. I don't know. We'll figure this out.
The start of every show is the blooper reel.
Which one time it was being recorded.
Oh, yeah.
If I could sit this here and just something right here's in front,
No,
that'd be
Joey.
perfect,
Joey
dude.
was,
It'd be both. I would get both
Put
of
up
them.
there, brother. What do you think?
No, it's perfect, dude. If I could get it to sit there, if I can get it to sit there, dude, it's perfect. Hold on, just move.
sliding.
You're running out of time, Chief.
I don't give a fuck, dude. If I'm not there, I'm not there.
I mean, yeah. If I start the show and you're,
Hold on.
you're up there, it's your move.
If I could just sit that there. Hold on.
Just screenshot. Yeah. email this.
Almost there.
Although, did you guys see the video of him dunking at his kid's AAU basketball tournament?
No.
I'm like, dude, you're showing up your kid?
He should have been throwing his kid up to the bench.
Right! And I'm like, you're showing your kid up.
Here you go.
Pops, go
Oh,
ahead.
man.
Dunk.
I have a feeling that's gonna fall.
Guns, you got it?
That ain't falling.
I have a feeling.
Look, it's
That
up
ain't falling. That ain't falling.
He's a big dumb animal, isn't he, folks?
Fucking figuring that out. Are you kidding me?
Got it.
We're
We're in there. We're in there.
I'm proud of you.
We're all proud.
Taylor, whatever you want, brother. I'm ready to rock and roll. You let me know.
Fuck, man.
It's warm as shit in here.
Sweating like a hooker in
Well,
church.
it's a full house, brother.
It is.
Sweating like a whore on Sunday.
Got the hot lights.
Like Joe Marks at the eye doctor.
James should have brought his fan.
The one
I should have brought mine.
I was thinking of.
Why is Pattison Ave Phanatics bringing in 6 fans? It's working well. If it falls, though, that's hilarious.
Maybe.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Pattison Ave Phanatics Show. I'm your host, Tom Kelly, and we have a full house here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Holy moly. We've got the temperature risen a little bit in the studio here tonight. So with me, as always, my main man, Joe Marks.
What's happening?
Willie Guns.
You.
Rob Swavely.
You.
James Scorza.
Yep.
My man Taylor on the other side of the glass making the magic happen. You can catch Taylor's show, The Microphone. He's on after hours at 11 o'clock tonight here on Wildfire Radio. And in studio with us, ladies and gentlemen, two of the greatest Eagles fans that I know here in studio with us, Alan Andrikavich.
Hello, hello.
And James' dad, my main man Joe Scores is in
How
the
you
house.
doing, guys? Good to be here, man.
We're glad to have you guys
Hey,
here.
my pleasure.
Listen, I didn't let anybody know this on my normal video that I put out on social media to the hype up video that I like to do for the show, but
Keep secrets.
this is all Eagles today, ladies and gentlemen. We're all Eagles in this show.
Go Birds.
And the 76ers fans have left the building.
Hey, like most of our fans are just happy that you're actually paying attention to the Phillies now. I like
That's
to
dirty.
I like the roll.
And now they're losing again.
Well,
They're
I
up.
can't believe I was talking when the show was going on. I totally forgot.
That's all right.
Everyone's
It
like,
happens.
why is Will introducing? Wait, he's not. Wait, do they know they're on air?
No, you're good. Well, the microphones themselves don't go on until a couple seconds.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
that's-
Jesus.
that's-
Tied 1-1, top 8.
That's on
Jesus,
purpose.
if you're looking to sponsor the Pattison Ave Phanatics, just contact us. All of our social media pages. Tommy will read that at the end of the
I
show.
wish that I could tell you that would be the last time that he spoke for this evening. I'm pretty sure that we can't shut Willie Guns up for an hour. Look, let's get right into it. So I put a little pre-show prep together this morning, and I also shared it with our guests in studio, Joe and Alan. Let's jump into Willie Guns knocking stuff over and
Okay.
making noises.
Well, at least it wasn't the camera.
This is true. Now the camera's set up real nice. Hello to YouTube out
And
there.
it's still
It's,
working.
Yeah, that's our best
all good.
angle
That is-
yet.
It's got a very flattering angle there. Looking good.
Hey, I'm all about that. That's fine. So,
Now we can see Tommy Kelly on the video.
and that's all I really care about. I don't care.
Oh, I know you care about it. You've talked to me before the show about that.
I've given you crap before. But look, so we got some people in the studio. I'm gonna go right to our guests in the studio. I'm gonna start with Alan. Where did your love affair start with Philadelphia Eagles?
Oh man, dude. I was definitely born into it. We are just Eagles fans all the way around. That's just what we are. We like everyone else, but the Eagles are where our heart lays, and it's the Birds, baby.
I think
the Birds.
I can speak for everybody else in this room where it probably goes Eagles 1 and then 1A and 1B.
Yes, absolutely.
Joe, how about you? Where's
man.
your love affair?
It goes back to when I was about 6 years old watching the Eagles lose to the Redskins with my uncle.
Really?
What a field goal. I was about 6 or 7 years old, man, but I was hooked on the team from that point, man. The Silver Wings got me. That was it. Ever since, man.
I mean, everybody from
And
here
I was 15 years old.
Yeah, no, I got you. I'm not rolling anybody under the bus. With the exception of Alan, I think that everybody here is from South Philly, and that just shows to you don't need to be from South Philly or we have a friend of the show. His name's Jesse. He lives out in California. Jesse is a 4-for-4 guy and lives in California.
Yeah, Jesse's nuts on the Eagles, man.
So
and he has a lot of friends that are out there that are Eagles fans too, and also other teams' fans, dude, that talk trash to him, and he always defends.
He does, and it's nice to have people like that in your corner. James, how about you? Where did your love affair start with Philadelphia Eagles?
With me, obviously.
There you go. Let's see. I guess it came around the 2000 era when Andy Reid, so I wasn't around with the Ray Rhodes era, you know. So I guess I have to say 2000, 2001.
All right, very nice.
Because he's young. That's what.
And I'm 23 years old.
It's nice to be young.
It's whenever you knew what a TV was.
That's it. Well, Alan and I were talking. Alan was like to be 23 again, and I said to be 32 again.
Right? Oh, man,
I'll take 30.
Here's the thing: is like you as an Eagles fan, like you haven't really suffered enough yet.
No.
I mean,
we got lucky.
The thing.
Yeah. We got lucky,
Yes,
man.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
He's softened, man.
Well,
Come on, dude. We had
I didn't see the 1998 not championship. God forbid they won a championship that year. But I go back in my history: 95, 96, 97, and 99. Those were bad years.
They were bad years.
Before Andy Reid.
But Rich Kotite, he's like an insurance salesman now, like somewhere.
Where is Rich Kotite at nowadays?
Look, that's the part of being a fan of this team when it's the end of June, beginning of July, and you just come off a 4-12 season, and you're wearing your Eagles gear in the supermarket or at the deli counter. You know, you're born and bred into this. There's a picture of me sitting on my dad's lap, Eagles training camp, and I was like 3 months old sitting on his lap. It's almost like for some of people out there, you didn't even have a choice. You were either, and that's Christopher, my son. My son's 8 years old. He knows you have no choice. Like when you grow up and move out of this house, you can root for anybody else you want to.
So when you live here,
you get those people out there that are like, you know, my kid can root for whoever they want to, and you know, I would never tell my kid who to root for, and you're a commendable person. I'm not. You're rooting for the Eagles, or go to your room. I don't see it.
I think I'm the anomaly because my father was not an Eagles fan.
Why did you? I want to know why was your dad a Redskins fan?
Please tell me he was not a Dallas fan.
No, he was a Redskins fan. But why?
I don't know.
And only take one minute.
He like John Riggins.
There you go, 2 seconds. I don't know.
I don't know, but here's the thing: is he was so passionate about the Redskins, but at the same time was like, okay, if the Eagles win, I'm okay with it. And I'm like, that's not a genuine fan.
No, I disagree. I think that they love the Eagles no matter what. You have to love the Eagles the way it is, especially when you grew up down here. But when those everybody you know, the reason why they cheered for the other teams was because there wasn't much to cheer for with us.
Right. Well, you know what?
Yes.
And that's how we are.
I'll defend Joe's dad on the Redskin thing. If he was an old enough guy, a Sonny Jurgensen fan, who was an Eagle, who went to the Redskins, and a lot of Eagles fans
my
jumped
dad
to the
was
Redskins
7
when
years old
Jurgensen
when
got traded.
Damn,
do some of that. That might have been a factor in the Redskins.
Wow.
Because
See,
you
it's amazing when you have that right there.
You learn
follow
stuff.
Jurgensen. It's like people who became Vikings fans for those couple of years that Cunningham was
That's
there.
some good info
That is
there.
really good info.
So,
Cunningham and Carter. Well, Carter first.
But
right?
I'm just saying, but the fact that that people like Randall, when he went to Minnesota, they didn't root for against the Eagles.
Yeah, but we
became Vikings.
I loved Randall.
So a lot of that
when he
old
went to
school
the
guys
Vikings.
that became Redskins fans in the late 50s, early 60s loved Jurgensen. When he left and went to the Redskins, they jumped ship because the Eagles sucked.
Yeah.
So why hang with those guys?
Yeah.
We could go watch the Redskins and watch the guy we like.
The same thing with my mother-in-law. She chose to like the Steelers because
Just where the historian
the Steelers were amazing, but at the same time, like the Eagles suck so bad.
Right.
So she said, "I'm at least going to stay within my state."
Within Pennsylvania,
and that's why
right.
she became a Steelers fan.
And to me, that's almost like where you test your mettle. Because those of us over the years watching
No pun
these teams,
intended.
no, exactly right. You're coming into, like I was saying, a 4-12 season, and you're
Right.
like the next. It's like you hit the reset button in your head, and you're out there. You know what happened, and people know what happened, but that's why this past February meant so much to so many people, because there was those people that didn't waver, that didn't like your mother-in-law, or she
Oh, she was so happy.
and it was in the 70s. So
She was so happy
she
when
was-
the Eagles won.
Yeah, but could she have shared your joy? She was happy when the Eagles won.
Yeah. She
But
did.
no,
she
but
shared
I mean,
it.
was it on the same level as yours?
No.
That's what I mean.
No way. She is really a true Steelers fan. She loves the Steelers.
No, she does. I've had many conversations.
And she'll criticize them and everything when they're playing bad, just like we do when
Yeah.
we play bad. So yeah, she is really a Steelers fan, but she always says, I'm from Philly and I grew up loving the Eagles. That's why. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And I remember when we won the Super Bowl, this guy cried for 4 straight days.
That's awesome.
And I mean,
Off
it
and
didn't
on.
hit me.
Off and on.
I mean,
To the parade. To the parade.
No, you were forward.
I'm gonna rehydrate. So
Yeah,
you can
I'm
keep
not a crier, dude. But to be honest with you, I felt
I
that.
cheered
I
up.
felt his pain. Like,
Yeah,
it was like
yeah.
a final
Yeah,
son.
we finally did this.
It
man.
was
Yeah.
it was a release. Well,
Yeah.
look, so to move in, because we're gonna get hung up tonight for sure on some topics. But so the first person you watched an Eagles game with, off the top of your head, like
Rob.
It's got to be my father.
Rob, your dad, my dad.
I think it was Rob with my grandfather.
My grandfather.
It was me and Rob.
No, like it was my uncle who had money on the game.
It's my dad. though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was with
Joe?
me.
It was definitely my dad, and it's ironic because you brought up about watching the game with your uncle with the Redskins
The
game.
Redskins game.
And mine was a Redskins game.
The
That
same
was
game that we
that's
probably
funny.
won. Yeah, so-
Silver Linings Playbook.
There you go.
Silver Linings Playbook. You know,
So-
you never know.
So here you go. When, where, and who were you with the first time you went to an Eagles game? Alan, was it Dad?
Yes. I was with my father and my uncle, who lived on Hazard Street in Kensington. My man, dude, it was great. Great time. You're gonna be like 5 years old and you're gonna get handed a flask. and you're told, you put this away. Looking at my uncle like, what are you talking about? He's like, put it away, put it down where the sun don't shine, you put it down there.
Yeah, they're not searching you.
Yeah.
Take it.
You know, and
That's great.
we went in, it was a Redskins game.
Redskins.
The damn
Wow.
Redskins.
We were-
One of our big problems.
Redskins. That was my first
We,
game.
we were down low in the 100 section at the vet to watch the Redskins behind the end zone. I'm decked out, full sweat gear, Eagles sweat gear. You know what I mean? Let's go do this. Let's do it. We ate I don't know where we ate. We ate somewhere. Some little bar / whatever before the game.
Probably went to the
and-
Palladium.
No.
Yeah, who knows, man? But
But-
I think you just get bred into this.
Yeah.
You do.
Listen,
you really do.
regular season wise, because I just want to say shortly, I was very poor growing up. My mom and dad were never buying me tickets to go to an Eagles game.
Right.
I went with Rob.
I went with Pop.
I went with you to the Miami Dolphins game, and that was recent.
I went with
So,
Pop.
I never
the
got a
Redskins.
chance. I never had a chance to go to a game. So
I went to
me
the
and
vet.
Rob and I went to a Miami Dolphins game, and we lost that game. And I was telling James about it. I talked to him about it. And basically, I was arguing with the Miami Dolphins fan that was in the front row. Remember? He was down low. I was cursing him out and
Are
everything.
you sure it was the Miami Dolphins?
So you
I don't
yeah, it was the
remember.
first game I ever went
And
to.
it wasn't the Miami Hurricanes versus Temple Owls?
No, that's a friggin' no.
Remember we went to that game?
You and I went to the Miami Dolphins game. Remember when the Eagles lost that sack fumble against Sanchez fumbled it?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And I was arguing with the Dolphins fan, and the girl in the crowd's like, "Would you calm down?" I said, "Are you kidding me? He won't sit down or shut up." You know what I mean? I was going nuts.
The Eagles
dude.
were so bad,
and we
I don't
lost.
remember that
No,
game.
we lost. We
Joe,
did.
was yours with your old man, right?
No,
No?
my dad take me to an Eagles game. How dare he?
I think it's like 15,
You know,
2015.
I went with my buddy Chris. We went, and it was a birthday
Mark.
present. Yeah, we went as a as a birthday present to me, and I got to see the Carolina Panthers get buried a couple of years ago when Mark Sanchez had like 4 or 5 touchdowns, and we smoked him by like 30. I was like,
Sounds like a great experience.
first off, it was great seats because we saved up, or he saved up and bought the tickets, and It was great seats. It was a great birthday present, and then the fact that we smoked the Carolina Panthers, I was like, "This is the greatest thing ever."
I actually
man.
remember that game.
What a great friend this Chris Martin is.
Joe, how about you, Joe?
I got I got you guys all. This is where I'm going to show my age. I was at the very first game ever at the Vet, 1971, against the Cowboys, the home opener. I paid $5 to a scalper for a ticket. And sat in the 500 level.
Did you go by yourself?
You were by yourself?
By myself.
Wow,
And
that's
sat in the
hard.
500 level and just sat there in a pouring rain and watched
I
them
would
get smoked
never go to a
42
game by
to 7.
myself.
I went to.
I was about 20 years
old.
old then, so it was, you know.
I mean, I would mingle with the fans and stuff.
I just
James,
went to
how
watch.
about you?
I just went to the game.
I guess I would say 2006 season when the Jeff Garcia thing happened.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I went to see my first ever regular season game the week before Donovan went down with that ACL injury.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, starting to realize, like, saying to myself, like, this team is not going anywhere.
Now, that was Donovan with the ankle, not ACL, right?
No, it was the
year
ACL.
Oh,
A year
okay.
after the Super Bowl.
It was the 2006 season. and-
Oh, okay.
You
And
can't correct James.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
He's a
I know
stat.
He's an
stats on my head.
encyclopedia. He's an
man.
encyclopedia.
Yeah, man, that's great.
Look at the guy next to him, dude.
I know.
You can't, you can't do
But he
that.
remembers more than I do about the last 20 years.
Wow. Okay.
I remember
It's true.
I remember this
It's
stuff
true.
older than 20 years.
So, go ahead.
And I remember I was in the concourse area when they took on Tennessee, and I was like saying to myself, like, I heard Merrill was like saying, "Oh, Donovan's like down and hurt." I'm thinking, and then we said hello to a friend of ours, and then we looked at the sideline thinking, "Wait, did Donovan get hurt?" And we didn't even know at the time. And then we see Jeff Garcia came in the game. And I'm thinking like, "Oh, I guess he did get hurt."
Wow.
That was a great season by Jeff Garcia, by the way, too, man. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, and,
I mean,
and
we
it's-
Yeah,
we
well,
too
dude,
shortly.
that one
Yeah.
1 year, and then everybody
Yeah.
was on the Garcia train.
And then
My-
Donovan came in, and he still looked pretty damn good, man. He did his thing.
My first game was against.
He liked your feet, man.
Yeah, my first game was against the Cleveland
He
Browns
loves feet.
in the 700 level, and it was actually with Joe. Joe took me to my first Eagles game that I ever went to.
Wow.
There's a connection here. There's all psychic stuff going on.
So I grew up across the street from Joe and James, and Joe would take me to training camps up at Lehigh. Like we'd be sitting in the house on a Wednesday night, and you get a knock on the door, and it's Joe, and he go. My parents said, "Oh, come on in," and he would go, "Hey, look, I'm going up to training camp tomorrow. You think Tommy would want to go?" And they would go, "Do you want to go?" Yeah, I want to go. So it was.
So he helped you out being an Eagles fan too, growing up.
Dad is one, Joe is 1A.
Wow, that's insane.
Not only Eagles fan, sports talk too. Across the board, Joe is a. You learn from the people around.
I wish
you.
I had you when I was growing up, dude.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't have.
I was there. I was there.
Look, when we first started this and James came in, like I would talk about it, I'm like, you know what? I gotta stop talking about that. I don't want James to feel like I'm trying to steal like his
Steal the thunder.
Yeah, exactly. But it meant a lot to me, and it kind of pointed me in the direction along. Like, look, sitting there with my dad growing up, learning curse words that you didn't know before, before 3 and out that the Eagles, would inevitably make because Buddy Ryan just asked Randall Cunningham to, make 3 or 4 big plays a game.
Right.
Which obviously that's not going to work. But that coupled with going to games with Joe or going to training camp and stuff like that kind of turned me into my mindset.
We all need to try to get to a game this year.
That's going to be a. That's
We
going to be a
have-
tough
I-
thing.
I have to give it a shot.
It's gonna be tough.
I'm working on something.
Somebody look into
If
it. I
you
don't
can
care
get-
what game it is.
If you can get standing room tickets,
Yeah.
I have the perfect spot.
Okay.
I'm not going to. Steve,
But don't
I'm not going
reveal
to
it
let
here,
the
right?
common folk.
I'm not-
I know on my
This
spot.
is all fair.
I'm not going to divulge anything.
I'm
There's
down,
something
dude.
in the
I
works.
am down.
Alright.
Let's
But-
do it.
Something in the
Look,
works.
You can count me in.
If it's for my birthday, it's cool.
Standing room only will get you an amazing
Experience.
Oh,
Yeah.
I-
I'm down, dude. Let's do it.
all right, we'll
We'll all show up in our gear and stuff, dude. We'll tear it up, man.
I
We'll do
think
some
we'd show up naked.
We'll Instagram live. We'll Instagram live it and everything, dude. It'll be
You
awesome.
cover up the small boys, you'll be all right. They'll let you in.
No need for cover.
You gotta-
But look. Like I said, I knew more folks around. We're going to stretch these topics out. I really quick. I'll roll through this one fast. I'll kind of go around the room. If you got something great, if not, you're shit out of luck. I'll skip you. Offense. Give me your all-time Eagles offensive player. Will?
I'll spit.
It doesn't have to be anybody Alan, what do you think?
Terrell Owens.
Man, I was going to go Westbrook.
I'm going Terrell Owens. I don't want to because he didn't play that long, but
Right.
I think the most dynamic offensive player I've seen was Terrell
No, I
Owens.
like it. Rob, what do you think?
McCoy.
Shady, Joey.
I'm Randall Cunningham. He got me in love.
The
with
first
him.
name that come to my
There
mind
you
was
go.
Randall.
My
Just for pure
Damn,
athleticism.
McNabb should have
He
been
made
there.
me. He made me
But
fall in
just
love
for
with
I
pure
feel,
him.
like, I feel like
athleticism.
if you say Cunningham, you should say McNabb
Nah,
too.
no, Randall had a
You had to
different.
see him in the 80s, man.
Yeah.
When he
No,
was on
Randall
top
had a
of the
different-
I have
way
a
running.
different reason for loving McNabb, but I think we cover that topic later, so we'll leave that one alone.
My
I agree.
James, what do you think? What's your?
I guess I gotta go with Westbrook.
Look, my favorite Eagles offensive player, and he was here for a bat of an eye, was Herschel Walker. Because overall,
Yeah, he was
Well,
awesome.
then,
I love-
you could throw Ricky Waters in there too. Then.
but Herschel Walker was the
For who, for
opposite
what?
of for who for what. Yeah, look at you biting your tongue. I appreciate you there, Guns. But Herschel Walker was like our Bo Jackson.
I think I'm right on the T.O. thing now.
Okay, everybody else is wrong in their
Dude,
in their favorite Eagle.
Dude, I'm not saying that favorite wise. I'm saying the most dynamic offensive player to ever play on the Eagles is Terrell Owens.
So
He just went into the Hall of Fame.
I don't know.
And T.O. was doing jumping jacks in that Super Bowl. Just, I'm down here. I'm over here.
Yeah.
And then sit-ups in his yard.
No, I'm not saying
got a good story
I'm not
for that.
saying any of your opinions are wrong with
No,
that.
I'm
I just think the most, and that's why I looked at you like I don't know what to say, because do I pick a longevity guy or what do I do? Terrell Owens, man, Jesus.
Well, real quick, while we're on Terrell Owens, we got a story from training camp with him. We were up together, and he got into the locker room because a cousin of mine was working for the team. And he actually got Terrell Owens and Donovan McNabb's autograph on the same football the day that feud all happened.
Wow.
And an hour later, T.O. was suspended. The same day.
The same day, man.
He was on
You
the
still
field.
have the ball?
Yeah, we
Yes, I
got
do.
it.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know if I like you anymore.
He was
Did you
doing.
do it?
It was T.O.
You did it.
He's got you, Douglas, Donovan, and T.O. on the same football.
That's awesome.
Because T.O. was outside the locker room. He got and then he went in the locker room and got Donovan and you, Douglas, and a couple other players. And they weren't even talking to
It
each
was
other then.
crazy, man.
And then on the drive home, we hear that he got suspended and got sent home. And that was the day of the
driveway
push-ups and all the
workout.
driveway
You
push-ups.
can't handle a
All that.
dynamic player like that the way they did.
No, I agree.
That was
Donovan
handled-
didn't have the right personality comp.
No, it was just
Donovan was very insecure, in my opinion. But look, defensive wise, like I would put out there your favorite defense player. Like Reggie was my all time, and then it became Reggie and Dog. So I can't even.
B-Dog.
I can't even. I wrote Reggie down, but I can't even. I don't want to use those examples because they're all time.
90% of the people in here will know what my answer is to this question.
Brian Dawkins.
Yeah.
Seth Joyner? Oh, never mind.
Brian Dawkins, without a shadow of a doubt, is my most favorite defensive player. I enjoyed watching every time he was on the field just because he was such a dynamic wild card. You didn't know what he was going to do and how he was going to change the game, but you knew he was capable of changing the game at any given moment. And it broke my heart when they didn't give him the money and he went to Denver. It absolutely crushed me. Just because I wanted him to be that one team guy. That, he began his career and ended his career with one team.
See, that's the problem with sports. You really can't get
Wasn't
that
that
going
much money
anymore.
either, right?
Yeah,
No.
you can't do that no more in sports. Though you just can't.
Yeah,
it's so hard. Like Brady obviously has that.
There isn't
but Brady's
Brian Dawkins.
Yeah,
Oh,
look at-
no, not Brian
you know what I
Dawkins.
mean?
I mean,
Look at Emmett Smith.
Yeah, he went to Arizona. Yeah, you're right.
Seth Joyner was my guy. I love
Seth
watching
Joyner?
Seth. Yeah.
Yeah, it was mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Really?
I
Wow.
love
Oh,
Seth.
well, because I got a couple of years on you, but those were vital years in watching the Eagles. Just because your memory going back as a kid and watching that guy set the world on fire.
You know who I used
Yeah,
to
he
like
played
watch?
like Dawk before
Just
Dawk,
to
only he
whack
was a
somebody.
linebacker.
Andre Dirty Waters.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes. Just to hit somebody
he was-
and make a statement
Yeah.
that
It's so tough.
you came
It's
to
so
see
tough to
Philadelphia,
pick somebody.
and this is what we gonna do to you.
Just off the bat, it's tough. But the first name that comes to your mind, it's got to be your number one. Mine's is Jeremiah Trotter, man.
The Axeman.
I love Trotter. He was unblockable. Even when they brought him back when he left. And then, what team did he go to when he left?
Redskins, I think.
He went to the Redskins,
Redskins,
yes. And then when they brought him back, it was like...
That first game he came... Was it the first game he came back that the fight started with Atlanta? Was it?
Yeah,
it was when I Greece.
He was unblockable.
Well,
like he wasn't even playing every down.
Then kind of rolled.
No, but he wasn't even playing every down, and he was so dynamic of a player on the field. Like he was able to read offenses and everything. To me, it's Jeremiah Trotter.
Watching the talk.
I mean, I love B-Dog. But you said B-Dog.
No, I get that.
Yeah, so no,
but that defense entirely, that B-Dog, Trotter, Hugh Douglas, that team, that defense was dynamic.
Look, if you're really doing number one, it's Reggie White.
Yeah.
And number two, it's definitely B-Dog.
Yeah.
Anybody else after that, it's so close.
It's close, yeah.
Like Seth Joyner, obviously, and everything. But man, Trotter to me, man, just
Nah, it's gotta be B-Dog.
it is B-Dog. B-Dog to me is number two. Number one's Reggie
Well,
White.
until Dawkins, it was Seth.
All right. So
Yeah, Seth Joyner.
there'll be questions and stuff that I skip around to, but there's one person in this room I'm interested to hear their answer, and everybody else is kind of probably going to fall into the same category. But it's your favorite all-time Eagles team, Joe. What is your favorite all-time Eagles team?
It's this year.
This
has got to be this year. Look, I was there before.
Yeah.
And when they lost all those years in the championship games, getting to the Super Bowl and then winning it, it'll never be.
That's awesome.
It'll never be like that, even if they win it again.
I'll go next. This year coming up. That's my favorite
That's mine,
all-time
too.
Eagles team.
That's mine too.
This year coming up. That's mine.
How about you, Al?
Dude, I definitely go this past year. My wife will attest to this. Before the season even started, before preseason started, just looking at the team and looking at what they had, looking where they were coming from, you just had this. There's something special about this group of men who are going to go here and represent my Philadelphia Eagles.
So
The underdog is the hungry dog.
There was just something special about this group of men that if you go back to before the season started and you knew who was on this team and where this team was going, there was just something special about it.
I mean, I said 10-6 when everybody else was like 8-8.
I was right there with you. I was a 10-6 guy.
I said 10-6. I had no idea it'd be that great.
Let me ask you this.
I was a 10-6 guy right there with you.
To touch on that, and I appreciate everybody sticking with us through the dog days of summer. And I know we're going Eagles and it's July, but I throwing that out there. Thank you for everybody.
It's almost
Christmas
August.
in July. Let's
It's
go.
almost August.
Absolutely.
Training
Christmas
camp
in
has
July.
started. Let's just
It's
say.
perfect going on.
So you're saying you felt that before the season, but
Yes.
let's take a moment here. What was your moment during the season when you were like, whoa, okay, this is different than a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. There's a feeling. When did you get that feeling? Like,
Is that Alan first?
it don't matter. You can jump on it.
No, what person goes first?
You can go. You can go.
I say, I really felt like we had a chance against the Chiefs, how that game was going. Like we're playing a team that just beat New England.
Yeah.
The way they beat New England, how Tyreek Hill is just dominating and everything. And what's their running back, Hunt?
Yeah.
Hunt was killing it. I was like, wow, this offense, we're in this game. We could have beat that team. And then afterwards, we had a few scrap games or whatever that weren't great, but we were blowing teams out. And I still was like, you know what? I already felt it. And then it was when they destroyed Denver. To me,
That
is when I said, this team can win it all. That's it. That's how I
Scored
felt.
51.
But it was,
The
I
best
will
team
say,
in the
number
league.
one
Against the
is
best defense.
KC.
Yes, at that
Number
time.
one to me, though, is when they played KC and how they were in that
And it
game.
came back in, even though they were down 2.
Exactly.
They were one play away from overtime.
Yes.
Right.
To me, it was against Kansas City, and that's very early.
God, Jim.
I guess I'll say the Charger game in Week 4 when LeGarrette won. When like me and my dad will both agree and say like that's when I was saying to myself this could be a very special team.
Mine.
That last drive.
Yeah.
Yep.
That 8 minute. I've never. And
Oh, they killed the clock drive, yeah.
The Eagles never did that.
Ever.
In 50 years of watching them play, I never saw a
That was a
team
long-ass
just
drive.
take the ball at a 2-point game, at 8 minutes left to go in the game, to go, we're not giving the ball back to you.
Yeah, because they would have
And
scored.
they ran it down
Clock
to the 2-minute warning,
Yeah.
and LeGarrette
Andy
Plum
Reid
went
take
off.
notes.
I never saw any Eagles team ever do that.
And Chip
And
Kelly.
once they did
So
that,
if
I went,
Andy Reid
this is a
retires,
team.
he's no longer on the show. He
This
will
is-
never be on the show.
This is a team.
Andy
I
Reid's
think
off this show.
At that time, we both said, this is a team that can win it.
When they
When you know you can control the ball like that
Yes.
against the other team on the road with a 2-point game and not give the ball back to them, you're winning. You have the capability of winning it all.
I agree. That was a tough.
That was
game.
a turning point for me.
That was a tough ass game.
when I
Yeah.
was watching, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was a Thursday night game against Carolina. That's when I watched that, and it's like
Well, that was the
everybody's.
next week. Right.
Yeah, it was week 5, right? Yeah, that's. It was,
So we're all around the same time.
well, it's got. I mean,
Early.
it's going to be early. Like I won't say the same feeling against Carolina, but when that 61-yard field goal goes through, you're
Oh,
like,
my
okay,
God.
you know this.
In game 3, yeah.
Yeah, you're getting the breaks.
Well, a lot of people say that they think that was
That's
the
The
turning
football gods. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, it was the following week against the Chargers.
See,
I
I
was
was
sitting there watching that 61-yarder go in, and you're just watching it, watching it.
As
I was
And you're like,
there.
oh my God.
as
And
long
that
as
just-
the kick gets.
I was watching it at a crowded bar in South Philly, and you know, you had those people that were like, it's the Eagles, 61 yards. We're going into overtime, people. We're going into
I said it was
overtime."
worth a
And
shot.
we're
That's what I
ordering-
said.
And I'm seeing
I said it was worth a
people,
shot. It was
like
worth a
ordering
shot.
another round of drinks
Because they're expecting
they're
to be there.
expecting
Be there for another
overtime.
half hour.
They're
right?
expecting another half hour at the bar. So
And typically, that's what exactly happens.
Well,
Right,
I think that's everybody's number one thing about the Eagles going to the Super Bowl and winning it all was that moment. A lot of people talked
There
about
was a
it.
lot of people that.
A lot of people said that 61-yard
Yeah.
field goal was history to where this team's destined to do something.
and that's where I think that came from. Is that
But I
they
already
believed-
felt that when they went
The
against
week
the
before.
Chiefs.
But it was like all in that time frame. That,
When they went against
That
those
3-4 week
Chiefs,
period,
and
right.
I was pissed off that Giants game was close too. I was like, "There's no way." I had no confidence that the Giants could hang with us.
Well, that's the thing coming off a game.
But
like
Odell
that
Beckham
Chiefs
was
game.
unbelievable.
You're coming off that game like that over the years of watching it, coming off that Chiefs game against the division opponent. There's not a letdown, but you got to muster back up that kind of fervor inside you to play against a division opponent.
Eagles fans know that like sometimes when they have a tough loss the week prior, it's tough for the team to get back up on that horse. And having that 61-yard field goal was that like uplifting
It was
factor that
the
it
boost.
wasn't going to happen this time.
right, the boost.
Yeah, it was like, okay, like Will said, this was their moment of saying, okay, they're looking around at each other and going, okay, that happened.
This is
Now
different.
Yeah,
it's
but-
destined to happen.
but
This is
the,
different, yeah.
The announcers, though, or the analysts, or whatever, they said that Jake Elliott had the power.
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't like you're surprised. Like when I heard that, I didn't know much about Jake Elliott.
And
So when they said that, I was like, he could really make
When
this.
I
he
think
could really make this.
when I think 60 plus, I think Tom Dempsey half-foot field goal. I don't think Eagles kickers at
And
that point.
I think
And
Josh
understand-
Scobie and what's his name?
Especially a rookie field
We-
goal
Broncos
kicker,
scored.
Jake
we
Elliott.
got
Yeah.
him on a trade. We didn't have him. He didn't sign.
We needed
We
him.
didn't draft him. We
Yeah,
traded to get
Sturgis.
him.
Yeah,
He
Sturgis.
He was
Yeah,
on the
Sturgis
practice
lost.
squad.
It was
Did
the
you
second
lose
week, right?
Sturgis the second week, right?
Yeah.
No,
He came-
first week.
First
We
week.
lost
First
him in the
week,
first
yeah.
week.
Okay. So we lost
And we
him,
had
and then
that
we made a deal
immediately-
Well, Elliott was
Right.
on the practice squad.
for Cincinnati.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Yeah, for Cincinnati, yeah. So
Yeah.
we didn't even get like a starting kicker or whatever. But the announcers had something up there. Obviously, during timeout or whatever, they saw that this guy's got the power. They watched him in warm-ups. They didn't exactly not give him a shot. Like, they were like, this kid can
He's
make
got the leg, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And when I
He was
heard
just
that,
accurate.
I said to myself, like, if he makes this is like the miracle in the Meadowlands.
All right,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
So this
That's how it was,
this
dude.
sort of falls under the same category, but kind of is a little different. So, what was your favorite non-Philly special play from last season? If you had to pick one play that you've seen it now, so we're talking about the kick and stuff like that. But so I'll go first on this one. Were you seeing it and you were just like, wow. was against Washington when Carson Wentz escaped out of the pocket.
You took that one.
And,
That's nice.
you know, it was. He's got to thank Kelsey on that one. Kelsey grabbed him and pulled him out.
Mine is a loss, and they lost. Shit, damn it.
You lost your train of thought.
Damn it,
Joe,
what
you got
team?
your bottle.
They lost the game. They friggin' lost. Carson Wentz threw the bomb. Seattle.
Yeah.
I friggin' hated that game. That's probably why he forgot it was Seattle.
Aguilar
But
play.
when he was on the run,
Yeah, the Aguilar.
and he
play.
was falling, and he threw that, I was like, you know what? Wentz is for real.
Yeah, he really is.
Even the analysts were like, they knew we were losing that game. For some reason,
Right.
nobody had confidence.
Seattle's got our number.
No, it wasn't Seattle's number. It was Russell Wilson alone won that game.
Yeah.
I know.
We got to him, but he scrambled. He threw these passes that
back there smoking
our
crack.
secondary. You can't stick with wide receivers that long.
Right.
When a dude's
Yeah.
scrambling around. Like every time we got in there, their offensive line couldn't handle us. It was just Russell Wilson alone.
The funny part is,
I can't believe I forgot I was against Seattle. I'm pissed off. I really am.
That's why I'm here. Well, that's why I'm here. I'm here to remind you of these things.
That's why you two are here.
that's
We'll remind you.
James is a
Because I
statistician.
totally had a brain fart. I'm like, and the thing is I always talk about that damn loss to Seattle. So many people talk trash on us, saying you can't even beat this team, and they're not even at their best. That pissed me off.
That's part of in 25 years when I'm telling my grandkids about what went on last year, and you tell them about the lore of this team, how many things they came back from when in past years. The history of the Eagles.
They lose those games.
They lose those games. They miss those kicks.
Right.
They get tackled for losses. They drop the ball, and it was like last year. Everything that happened. Doug Peterson, Andy Reid's protege, who, when we first get him here, is sticking by his guns about giving Brady the ball back. You're thinking to yourself, okay, we'll ride 2 or 3 years out with this guy, and then we'll get to the next one. That guy winds up bringing you your first Lombardi trophy, and to talk about it now, we're still right on top of it. Talk about it in 20 years. Imagine the lore of Doug Peterson in 20 years when you're telling this story about how he was 6 foot 10 inches tall, 300 pounds.
In 20 years, my sons might be naming their children Doug.
I remember Doug Peterson when he was our starting quarterback and we laughed at him.
Right, 99.
Carson
Well,
Doug.
yeah, he was a
We laughed at him.
I'm
We were
gonna
like,
say
there's no
something.
way this dude's our starting quarterback.
I'm going to say something that's going to sound crazy. So Andy Reid came from Doug Peterson, and we've heard about these coach trees.
You mean
Doug Peterson
Doug
came from
Peterson.
Andy
Doug
Reid.
Peterson came
Too
from Andy
many
Reid. So
beers by Joey. I won't say what brand it is.
So, but we've
Unless
heard of
Alan wants to say what brand it is.
we've heard of these coaching trees.
Tonight.
Okay, we've heard of Mike Holmgren's coaching trees. We've heard of Andy Reid's
Right.
coaching trees.
Yeah.
I believe there will be a Doug Peterson coaching tree. I believe
It's already
that-
started.
Yeah,
It's already started.
I agree.
Frank Reich's number one.
I
Di
feel like
Filippo, too.
Oh, DiFilippo, yeah.
I feel like there will be successful coaches come from
DiFilippo's a head
the Doug
coach.
From this whole.
Yes.
No, I'm talking head coach.
100% agree.
Frank Reich's
Frank Reich. Frank Reich's a
He's
head
the first
coach
one,
now, and
Filippo's
Filippo's
OC,
next. He'll be next.
He's going to see him miss.
No, but I'm saying he'll be next as a head coach. So you're right.
Is Frank Reich the same Frank Reich from Buffalo?
Yes, yes.
Same-
Backup
same
quarterback.
Backup QB.
Yeah, the greatest comeback in
Greatest
NFL
comeback.
history against the Houston Oilers.
We had
There you go.
three quarterbacks.
I watched
Pretty much
that game. What's crazy is my grandfather is sitting there watching playoff football, and I really wasn't in the football like that. Like I played it. I played it, and he's just like, you gotta
Frank
watch
Reich?
this game. And he wasn't a Bills fan. He was just a football fan. And I'm watching it. And I'm like, this team's done. And then they started coming back. And I think that moment right then and there, I said, I got to continue to watch football.
So I
was into it already, but that,
Are you telling
that
me?
got me
Are
into
you
football.
telling me that the Frank Reich-led Buffalo Bills helped bridge your
You were there. You watched the game with me.
gap to like football?
Well, the thing is, I was so young. What year was it?
What was it?
95, 94, 93.
10, 12
Oh, somebody
years
go.
old.
Yeah.
I think it's 93. I'm
Might be
like
93.
93 Phillies, no.
See, he wouldn't know. He wasn't.
92?
There. See, James, you
No,
can't.
well, no.
He might be able to look it
Buffalo
up.
went on to play it's
Although you-
94.
although you
90,
get-
no, 94, Dallas won the Super Bowl against the Buffalo Bills, right?
Yes.
It was
yes.
the first one that they
Right.
won, or was it
Yes.
second?
It was
It was
the first
95
one.
then. It was 95.
95 was
Wasn't
their
the
last.
first one? It was the first one then.
They had
Or was
three-
it? No, it was the second one. It was
Three in a row.
95. So 1995 then. No, it was 1995.
It was 1992.
92.
92 was that game?
92.
Did Dallas didn't even win the Super Bowl?
With him.
Well,
No,
not
they
if
came
Buffalo
later.
was
They
in
came
there.
later.
If Buffalo was in there, they lost.
No, but what I'm saying is I remember
No,
that
Dallas
game.
beat Buffalo. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Buffalo lost.
So it was in
Yes.
92.
Right.
So
92.
I'm 10 years old, and I'm watching this game, and I did play football in the neighborhood because that's what we did. So I knew the sport, but watching it, it was unreal, and it's all my grandfather did. So as I'm sitting there watching it, I'm like, wow, like I'm watching everything even before the game got out of hand. Then the game got out of hand. I'm like, damn, that's a shame for the the Buffalo Bills. And then out of nowhere, onside kick, fumble, all this stuff. I was like, wow, like I'm witnessing something amazing. And then that happened, and then of course they didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't win. They didn't win.
Nobody says that's a
They
shame
didn't,
for
they
the
didn't
Buffalo
win the
Bills.
Super Bowl.
We were the
I'll tell you
Buffalo
what.
Bills of the
But what
NFC
team-
Championship.
but what team did
I'll
they
tell you
lose
what,
to?
I was rooting for
I'm
Buffalo
mad.
those 4
The
years.
Giants.
I like,
They
you know,
lost to the
I'm not
Giants.
gonna lie.
Buffalo?
Buffalo lost to the
In their
Giants.
Super Bowls,
Giants,
they
the
lost
very
to
first one.
Dallas, the Redskins, Giants, and Dallas again.
Yes.
It was the NFC East kicked their ass.
So it was
Yep.
Dallas in 92?
Mhm.
Damn. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
there was a
that's
year in
right.
between.
Yeah.
That's
when
when
the crap-
92,
So it was
94, 95.
So they lost to Dallas that year.
Yeah.
They lost to Dallas twice.
I'm glad we're going down Buffalo
Damn it.
history.
it's just so hard
right,
to
I didn't
remember.
Glenn Mack
I'm
now
not-
enjoying
let's
the
go ahead.
conversation right
I'm
now.
not-
Let's get back to the Eagles.
but
here.
listen,
Let's get back to
but
bleeding
listen,
green
I'm
here.
not.
Jesus Christ.
No, but
Let's
this
get back
is
to bleeding
Eagles.
green.
Frank
God
Wright.
damn.
Frank
we do
Wright.
Yes,
tend
he
to
was
go down
the coach.
rabbit holes.
Yeah, I
on the show.
kind of get that.
This is all my fault.
Joey,
I got
that's the
coaching
best
tree started.
comeback of all time
It's my fault. I will
besides
take
the
the-
new
I will
one,
take the bullet
Tom
for that.
Brady against Atlanta.
Still love you,
in the
Jeff.
Super Bowl.
I'm sorry.
What was it, 38-3? Was that what the comeback was?
No, 28.
28 to
23. Yeah, 28.
Well, all right, look,
See,
let's,
stop talking shit to me when you get scores wrong.
let's jump. I'm going to jump ahead in here.
As
To,
a matter of fact, it was 35-3.
okay, I was close.
Boom.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay.
Drop the mic.
There you go. Welcome to the 90s, James.
Everybody's an
Okay,
asshole.
Even the statistician gets corrected.
Everybody has an asshole.
Well, he was talking about the
What's
Super Bowl.
Hey, it's look.
He was talking about Atlanta.
yeah,
He was
because he would have known that score.
Yeah, because I know every fucking thing.
Whoa.
That's right, James.
Damn,
I love when
James.
James asserts his
Potty
authority.
mouth, James. Boom! Earmuffs. All you gotta do is say
We
earmuffs.
didn't get you for the voice of radio. We got you because
I
of your
never heard that
stats.
word.
That's a pipe bomb.
Either.
Yeah,
Virgin
listen,
ears.
forget about Google and shit during the show. You just ask James. Google me.
Dude, the first time he was in here, he went into like a Philly stat. And look, and here we're going.
He
off
gave
the rails
the
again.
date.
I was half lit that night.
Dude, I was
gave
waiting
Phillies,
for
I gotta
like,
check
yeah,
out.
it was southeast wind 7
And
miles
you
an hour.
and you,
I
you and I looked at each other like
yeah.
we looked at each other and looked at him like.
Yep.
Is this guy fucking drunk or is he knows shit from the top
Whoa.
of his
No, we didn't think you were drunk.
Definitely
There
drop.
was another thing that we were thinking. So
I think it was one of the nights where he said, "I'll just have one beer, guys."
All right, so let me. I want to jump ahead to this.
17 later.
This well,
No, he can't.
got to build your tower.
Where's the T on the t-shirt?
Well,
He only had both of them. That's it. That's all he had.
oh god, let's get it back to the Eagles here. So this year's team, as the team stands right now, if you had to list one of your biggest concerns, what would it be? Now I'm sure we're all going to say linebacker because they've gotten better. Are you worried about the D-backs?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah. But I'm still worried about where Darby finds his spot. Like,
probably at number 2.
But you got Jalen, right?
No, Darby's
Jalen
your
Mills,
number one.
is he still even in there?
No, Darby's going to be your number 2 because Jalen might move into the start.
I think Darby's your number one.
I think Darby's going to earn it in training camp. But
Darby's a monster.
Well, you got to understand, Jalen Mills went up against the number 1 corners for the majority of last year.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you got to understand, Jalen has earned his right to have that number one corner spot.
Yes.
Are you willing? Are you
Julio
willing
Jones.
to bet on that?
I mean,
Are you willing to bet that Jalen Mills is the number one corner?
No, I'm just saying he's
yeah,
gonna.
bet brand.
I'm just gonna say he's gonna cover the best receiver out there.
Okay, so
I think
then
so.
no way.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I'm telling you guys right now, don't be surprised if
Sidney
Jalen
Jones.
Mills starts sharing time at safety with Malcolm Jenkins because Sidney Jones comes in and takes that starting spot.
Let me ask.
You know what though?
Jalen Mills
I'll
doesn't
take
have the
Jalen Mills is
athleticism.
my future safety.
Yeah, well,
I'll do
that's-
it.
Let me ask you
I'll
something,
do
though.
it.
He's
Absolutely.
very physical.
I'll do it.
Player.
I will
Will,
do
let me
it.
ask you something. For Ronald Darby, who got burned more with the double moves?
Jalen Mills. Jalen Mills.
Darby.
Jalen Mills.
No.
Jalen Mills.
Darby didn't have the
Jalen
stat.
Mills got lit up by Odell Beckham Jr. And then after that, he got lit up by the Giants' backup wide receivers. I don't even know their friggin' names because they're not
He
important.
falls for that double move.
What? So
He-
all the
the-
time.
They all do. They all do.
I was going to say,
No, Jalen Mills got lit up that game.
Our DBs can
Oh.
show the entire NFL. how
He
to
was sticking to
adjust
Giants
a
number
double
one,
move.
which
Because we
wasn't.
fall for it
listen,
every time.
Listen,
Yes.
Odell
Yes.
Beckham wasn't in that game because he was injured. What was their number one wide receiver? I can't remember because of all the
Brandon
injuries.
Marshall?
No, Brandon Marshall wasn't in that game.
Sterling Shepard?
No, Sterling Shepard wasn't in that game. The
Victor
Giants
Cruz?
went down. No, Cruz was out. The Giants went down to like their fourth,
Randall?
fifth, and sixth wide receivers. Randall wasn't even in there, dude. Whatever guy it was, he was getting burnt by him in that game. It was no, it might have been Randall.
Randall.
It was
Give-
Randall.
Give me a second here, Joe. What's your biggest concern right now going into
Linebacker. Linebacker. The weak linebacker.
You're not confident about Jordan Hicks at all coming
No,
back?
Hicks is no problem. It's that third linebacker.
Yeah, Bradham Hicks is fine.
Bradham and Hicks are fine. I'm concerned about the guy that's not there, like Michael Kendricks, who's taking his spot.
But
So-
the guy that's on the team now is going to make this team, and we're pretty good with scouting lately.
Well, I think they're going to bring in another veteran
So-
guy anyway.
Yeah, I always thought
because
that. Yeah.
Corey Nelson is
I-
the guy that's right now slotted in there. I think it will.
I don't
He's
think
been
he'll be a
primarily a
starter.
special teamer.
I have
and
a-
then you got Nate Gary, and you got a bunch of young guys still.
Joe Walker still on?
Joe Walker's
Yes,
still there,
he's
but they're
still on the
not
team.
proven guys
Walker's
yet.
a run stopper, and that's it. He
I
can't.
thought I seen him
And
through
they
the
do a
bushes
lot
in
of
training
two
camp.
linebacker. They do a lot.
Creepy.
They do a lot of linebacker with just two guys, and the safety it takes over one of the positions anyway. It's only 25-30% of the snaps.
So you're bringing Jenkins up
But
there,
you still
and then
need
you're-
a guy to take that spot.
But
Well,
that
let
would
me-
be good if you let Jenkins come up, let Mills cover
Well, that's
out
what-
there. Yeah.
Well,
Let me-
that kind of stuff.
right.
Let me ask the question to the table.
That's good.
Because this is a solution that I think I have for the linebacker position. Jim Schwartz has always been versatile with his defense. You have Brandon Graham, who's played linebacker before, and Barnett, who's
Graham's
played.
too slow to be a linebacker.
But wait. But over the guy who's number 3, over the guy who's number 4.
Yeah, Chip Kelly's system.
But no. But like we have so much depth at the D line, just dropping
roll one of those guys over to
dropping
linebacker.
one of them back for
You
a
can drop
linebacker.
Barnett. I think
You
Barnett.
can take his fist out
Ah,
of the
man.
third.
But
Yeah, but you
usually,
understand.
yeah.
You're asking a guy to cover, man.
Well, Schwartz
Not
is,
necessarily.
pass rusher.
Not
Schwartz
necessarily.
is more likely
Barnett's
to
a
put a
pass
safety there
rusher.
than a linebacker.
Right. I'm
Well,
just saying, Joey
But then
Barnett's a
who's
pass
the
rusher.
safety you put the faith in to be able to do that smartly?
Well, that's what Jenkins.
You got to move Jenkins.
I got news
Move
for you. I
Jenkins
think
up.
Corey Graham's coming back before the season too.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
he's still out there,
so that he has an extra
and
safety
he
to play
folds
with.
in. He rolls in when Jenkins has to take the linebacker.
So he has an extra
No, but
safety.
I
Yeah.
also agree with you. Whether it's a linebacker or safety, the Eagles are going to be bringing a veteran.
They'll bring somebody in.
Yeah, they're
But
gonna bring
They may
somebody
bring
in.
him two. They might bring in a linebacker and Corey Graham.
Yeah.
But I
the,
keep hearing
Phi-
that Graham may come back.
Philadelphia Eagles are listening. I am available.
For
I'm
A water boy?
He's got a
A
great-
towel boy?
He's got a great spot at the stadium.
you do have a direct line to the field.
I do. I'm right there.
But you know
I got
what, though? I think this is also a chance to bring up a young guy, too. So it all depends.
Well, they're going to try that first.
It all
Yeah.
depends. It really does, because you might have a gem out there
You're
that
gonna-
might not be great in his first year if he had to be a star because the team sucked.
You're gonna see
But
a
since
lot
the
of
Eagles are so
interchangeable parts.
good, this guy doesn't have to do much, and then he can blossom.
You're going to see a lot of interchangeable parts in preseason. on
yeah.
defense.
So, Schwartz runs a 4-3. Any chance of running like a hybrid 5-2?
No way.
No, hybrid.
He's got.
wide
Well,
nine.
you know what? I agree. A 5-2 wouldn't be a bad idea, just because your defensive line's so
You have-
dangerous.
Yeah, they'll do a hybrid wide
They have
nine.
they got
So I
the
mean,
strength to do it.
so what do? You Fletcher over center, and then there's so many interchangeable parts that you could put. So you got Graham. I mean, who starts this year? They're going to rotate, but who starts? Graham and Barnett, or does Graham Bennett?
I think it's Graham and Bennett. I think they're still going to let Barnett take his time. He's going to be a third down guy.
Yeah.
I feel it because his coverage got to get better, because sometimes you do have to cover. You're not always rushing. So I think that.
But at the same time, you got to get.
He's
that
so
kid out there.
athletic.
You got to
though.
get him out there.
I agree with that.
He's
but
so
he's
athletic.
got to learn too.
It's-
Right.
I agree with Will, which doesn't happen very often.
His coverage
I
zero.
agree with Will
His
that
coverage
he's got
is-
to learn some more.
I'm going to
stuff.
say his coverage is 0.
James, what do you think?
He's only been pass rushing.
I guess I'll go with Bennett and Graham, like just to start the season, and then probably if Barnett's better, then I know he's not gonna be better than Bennett, but I think if you put him at defensive tackle, I'll put Bennett and Graham at the 1 and 2, and then defensive tackle I'll put Cox and Barnett. But
Barnett?
Tackle.
No, he's only
At
got
tackle?
You mean Bennett, Michael Bennett?
You mean
Yes.
Cox and Nada? Or
Nada.
yeah, nada.
Nada.
Hello, nada.
All right, James has been drinking.
Not even.
But you know what, though? We're so good.
Well, see, that's-
you could put Barnett and
that's
and Cox and
interchangeable.
D-tackle and still do something.
You could.
So here's the
True
other
story.
question.
You
Who would
just said
start?
something.
Haloni Nada or Tim Jernigan?
We don't know what Jonas.
We don't know what's going on with
Jernigan's
Jernigan
out.
right now.
He's out.
He's still out with the back, and they're not talking about him, which is not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
They're still.
Joey, I don't think
There's
it
still a lot of
matters
linebackers.
with
I
the
don't
Eagles
either.
because they
But-
rotate so much. I feel like they're not going to know what their true starters is defensive line until maybe the first 3 or 4 games.
And that's why I'm saying the interchangeable
they're going
parts
to
is-
move shit around.
That's why I
what
think
they're
it's
gonna do.
interchangeable parts with the linebacker position too, because you had Barnett and you had Graham that played that position at one point. They're at least understood what they have to do. I'm not saying that I agree that they should do it. I worry about the linebacker position most
Listen,
of all.
if your linebacker position isn't required to cover much and just pass rush, I agree with
But
you.
that'll never
that
happen.
Barnett wouldn't be bad at outside linebacker.
But you have to cover.
There's a lot of free agents still out there,
in tight ends,
and D'Amico Ryans is one of them.
Veteran
D'Amico's,
linebacker.
yeah.
Yeah.
How about
Navarro Bowman's still out there.
Perry Riley from
Who?
the Raiders? The Raiders, Perry.
D'Amico Ryans is his better user behind him, and Riley.
Yeah, but he's
says
got
Barnett
this
can't
football
cover that?
sense.
Armand
I
Brooks.
agree. No,
Who
I
says
kinda-
Barnett can't cover?
No, but I agree. No, but I agree
throw
on
him out
Rob
there
with
against the
D'Amico
tight end.
Ryans. No, I agree with Rob because D'Amico Ryans
He's got
doesn't
the
have
speed.
an important role no more.
And at least
he's just
at least
filling
he knows-
in,
at least
and he's
he
a
knows the-
veteran.
So
That's
At
not a
least he
bad.
knows
That's not a
the
bad
Eagles-
pickup.
by
It's
the
not.
time by the time preseason ends and you start this season, if you haven't bolstered that linebacking core, every team in the league is going to run on you until you stop them. Because as good as we are up front, you don't have a lot of run stoppers. You have a lot of pass rushers.
Yes.
And now you're basically you have
Yeah, but you got a great tackle in secondary.
you have 4 shoulders to lean on
You got
in
a
your
really-
linebacking core, and that's Jordan Hicks and Bradham. But other than that,
Yeah, but your
But Tom,
secondary.
yeah, but
Remember-
that's the second level.
And
So if a team's gashing you for 7 to 10 yards a run,
Yeah, but you would rather
You're
be.
screwed.
You would rather but you would rather be picked apart by the run than the pass, dude.
now it's a slow
may-
death.
So, dude, yeah,
It's not. It's a slow death. But if your offense, if your offense, the way our offense is, it don't matter. Oh yeah, you can run the ball. Maybe you'll score 20 points on us. But we're scoring 31, 34 on you.
That was
you know what I mean?
last year's
28.
offense. We still got to see.
No,
what this year's
Tom, what I'm saying is if your offense is so dynamic, it is best to let them kill the clock running the ball.
You're absolutely right.
But we gotta see what our offense is.
Frank Reich's offense was dynamic, but now you got a different OC.
I think this
Yeah, but you
offense-
also got Carson Wentz
I agree.
that is hungry. He's probably going to even play better than the MVP season he played last year.
I hope
Just
you are
because.
wrong, man.
No, I know him right, dude. Carson Wentz is coming out dude. He's so mad that
He
Nick
just got
Foles won
married.
his
He's gonna be
Super
running
Bowl.
around with that pink thing out. He's going for it.
Weekend
He's
legs.
going for it.
If you ever watch Rocky,
Yeah, but
All right,
Carson
all right.
Wentz is not human.
He's going for it.
Okay, but this guy is a devout, he's devout to his craft, and I feel like he will
Yes.
do whatever he needs to do to become MVP again. But what I will say is, Tom, yes, I don't know what this OC is going to do, but I think that on paper, with the talent that's on this offense, they have a dynamic ability.
Yeah. Also,
to
you got
become better.
WP. You know,
It's still Doug's
Doug
offense.
Peterson.
It's Doug's offense.
It is. It's Doug. It's Doug. It's Doug.
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to.
Dude, they could have like 4 or 5.
I'll be honest with you. I was
Pro
just trying to.
Bowlers.
No, that's what we do. We're sports talk, you know what I mean? And we're 4 for 4 Philly sports. And until we get into other teams and talk about that later on down the line when we become more famous, that's it.
I don't even know how you get.
What does happen?
I don't even know how you do that. How he does
just
that.
good.
What the
I'm
hell
good.
just happened?
You don't understand what I said, John?
No, I do.
No, we
I
know
just
exactly
don't
what
understand
you're
why you said
No,
it.
what I'm saying is we are 444 Philly sports.
No, I got
But
that.
we also do talk about everything else. I didn't want to say that in all the sentence, but basically that's what we do. We talk Philly sports.
No.
Tommy brought up a topic
I
about the offensive
I
coordinator.
spent 20 years in college.
Never
I
mind.
understood what you said.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, you know what it is? You know what it is? He's surprised that I'm actually intelligent. That's what it is.
Not just him.
Oh,
It's all of it.
you know what? For my birthday, I want Eagles tickets. And now I'm drinking Sparkle and water beer.
They just came around, dude.
Sparkling white. No, never mind. They didn't bring your show to you, did
Do you
they?
care if Don Henley's singing lead? I get you Eagles tickets. They'll probably be cheaper. They'll probably be cheaper than the Birds tickets this year.
No, all I'm saying is that, Tommy, it's a good job by what you do because we can't always act like we're friggin' juggernauts and everything. We do have to show weaknesses.
Yeah. Well, that's my whole point is bringing up. What do you think you need to work on? I mean, you could very easily say, you need to work on security in the stadium because the team's going to be so good and people are going to be pouring out of the seats.
Tastes like a weak Red Bull.
By the way, Phillies going into extra innings.
Nice. It's a score.
1-1.
Very nice. So real quick, because
19 innings coming at you tonight.
Yeah,
I'll go home and finish watching the rest.
there you go. So
You can watch it tomorrow morning when you wake up too.
No, we're playing
They
NHL.
won't be done yet.
I'm
If
one
they-
night
if
work.
they are
I'm one
on.
night work.
I would go teams. I
Awful.
would go teams in the NFC, but I mean, the Rams are probably your biggest fear. Let's go division. What team this year gives you the most worries? I'm worried about the
Giants.
Giants.
Giants. Yeah, Giants.
Not
Especially-
not
Not worried about the
none.
Giants.
None.
I think Redskins.
I think Eli's
Like
done.
nobody,
He thinks
in,
Eli's
nobody in the
done.
division at all.
Yeah, but Eli lit us up with backup wide receivers.
Well, I worry about two things.
And not only that,
the
now,
40-year-old Eli,
listen,
by the way.
Yeah.
Joe, now he has a starting running back that is friggin' scary.
Yeah, okay, I get you.
I
but
worry about
I'm
two
still-
things too, is because they have that scary running back, and the fact that Dez is out there pissed off at the Cowboys, and he's looking to get some sweet revenge.
No one wants Dez Bryant.
Right,
No.
but can
He
you,
would have had a job.
But
And
can
Dez is
you,
going to end up
time
in
ago.
Pittsburgh.
but can you imagine?
Why the
that
hell
would be sick too.
Why the hell
But can
did
you-
you bring up Des Bryant?
Because can you imagine him on the Giants receiving corps?
Joey, but
he's
you
like a
should
third
have.
receiver back.
But Joey,
Right,
you
but-
should have said that at the beginning.
Well, that's
You
what I was
don't.
saying. The
You
Giants.
don't bring it up like dude's already on the team.
No.
I'm sitting here like,
What?
I don't have my phone out here.
Like there's
I'm
breaking
sorry.
news.
I'm sorry, if you listen to what I said the Giants, and you asked me why, I said because Dez is still out there.
Guns for about 10 seconds. I was right there with you. I'm like, fuck, did I miss it? It's
I was
by the
the
Giants.
same
Like,
way.
but no, like Joey just hoarded some information and dropped it on us, dude.
Kept it away from
His freaking laptop's right there. I was
There,
like, what the
there
fuck?
has been a war of words between the Cowboys and Dez. What's the sweetest way
Fuck
to
the
get
Cowboys.
revenge? Wait a minute. What is the sweetest way to get revenge on a division rival by going into a team?
Yeah,
with
but he already said that.
Yeah, but
the
they-
Eagles, you could be on the
no,
40
no, no,
The
no.
Giants already said they weren't interested.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
a
but
I
Joe,
get that,
Joe,
but-
here's another thing. The Cowboys aren't a Super Bowl contender. They're not
never
going
said
to
they
be
were.
one. So guess what? Dez doesn't want to show them up.
Oh,
because
he
they're
does.
nobody.
Cowboys? No, he wants to show them
No,
up.
he don't want to show them up.
Yes, he does.
He wants to show his critics up. He's not bad
Which is
on the Cowboys. No, he's
That's
not.
He's been shit talking.
He's gonna
Jerry
try.
Jones
No.
and Sean Lee.
Why would you want to
Cowboys
show up
suck.
a team that's not going to the playoffs? He wants to show up the NFL.
It's a
He wants to
former
show. He wants
a
to.
former
No.
team.
See, you guys think that former team shit is going to do that to him. Des Bryant, if you've been paying attention to his Twitter, because I have, he
I have
just
too.
wants to play the game.
So let me ask
That's
you.
it,
Let
dude.
me ask you a question.
That's it.
I got.
And he
something.
wants too much
Hold on.
money.
I got something for you right here. After tonight's show, I'm like, look, dude, it was awesome having you on here. Fucking Alan and Joe are amazing. I can't have you on the show
You
anymore.
really went
and
there.
then
That's
and
fine.
then John from
Good.
215 Live steps in and was like, all right, well, we'll take you. You're not going on there trying to show up your former show that you were on. How
Wait,
valuable
I'm
you
going on
actually were.
215 Live?
Yeah. No, I'm just using John's show as an example. If
no,
if you went on, I was thinking of human being. Will was like, you know what? That's not a bad idea.
Don't want to do that trade.
He looked back to see if John was listening still.
You
He looked back to see
Basically,
if John was out
what
there.
I'm saying is, to your point,
Okay.
you would want to show up a show that said that you're not good enough. I fully
the
believe you.
ex-girlfriend let you go and she shouldn't have. You get a hot girl after that.
You've done that.
Or
plenty of
guy,
times.
there's nothing wrong with that. You know, whatever you're into, right?
Right? I guess we're
Look, as I fully expected, this show flew. I want to thank Joe Scorza and Alan Andrikavich for coming in tonight.
Thank you for having
It's a
us.
pleasure
Thank
having
you.
me here.
It was really like, my.
How was your
the
guys'
reason-
experience? By the way, real quick.
Oh, it's great, man. It's beautiful. I love it.
We're-
Get it?
Dude,
running low.
I want to come back, bro. I love you guys.
You're both
Love
more
you
than
guys.
welcome.
Yeah.
Look,
Both of you
for
are.
Joe Marks, for Rob Swavely, my man Taylor behind the glass, James Scorza, Will Lynn, Joe Scorza, and Alan Andrews.
We love you, Philly!
Let's go Birds! Later.
My dick. Counts. It counts. It counts.
You're such a shit, Will. He's like, are we all? My dick. Nice. Good show, boys. I knew.
That's a good time.
We could add another 3 hours. and-
You're a big fan of the show, dude. I appreciate coming
Yeah,
on.
man.
No, you couldn't. And it's like with an
Oh,
hour
yeah.
As
show.
soon as he started talking,
Hell, I hung out with you before.
oh,
man.
dude, as
You
soon
know how
as he
it
started
is.
telling me you guys were doing this, I was
Well,
like, dude, I'm fucking
No, what
listening
was
to
funny
this
as shit was when we first met and everything, we were hanging out. So I was like, oh, I fucking knew them two would get along.
Right? Yeah.
We were hanging out the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's
Put a
good.
couple beers in me. Let's go. Let's come on. Let's do
It's
this.
good. All that
fucking-
stuff.
that's what it's
you know,
all about.
that's how it is, man. It's
John's gonna blow up your phone like, why are you guys mentioning me?
Nah, he don't care. It's free advertising.
Yeah.
I just,
it's no
And
one
he's
is.
like, why am I taking Will?
Can I?
That's like the best thing you've ever said.
He's gonna give you one of those unknowns.
That's the
You're one of those
best
guys
thing,
you never
though.
been on your shit
That's
before.
the best thing that Joey's ever said. Yes.
Will for 3 prospects.
I would trade. Look. I love Willie.
Who's
Dillon,
draft picks?
but I traded.
No, prospects. Not even draft picks.
Yeah, prospect.
No, we want to
That might turn out to be nothing.
It probably
We
will.
want to trade. We go on prospects. We want to trade. Guns, I wouldn't trade you for all the tea in China.
Look at all that beer.
Shit.
Guns is on fire tonight, man. Must be that Zoloft.
What are you, Jimmy? What are you,
Must be that
Jimmy?
fucking Zoloft.
Are you Jimmy?
It's all kind of down.
It does, dude. Because
Are you
obviously I
Jimmy
was in
from Seinfeld?
hyper.
Jimmy's gonna get you, Kramer.
But nah, that was a great. That was a
would've got
great
hyper
show
than
as
that?
usual. What?
You would have got hyper than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Rob.
Don't forget about the porn can.
know
We're still got
what
porn can.
Rob's like, holy shit, who got hyper in that?
You got a box or a bag? Or was...
The trash can outside.
Damn.
For
Yeah, this thing is hot.
yeah.
What? Wait. Joe, this is 1 hour.
Oh no.
Here you go. That's a. Oh, well,